Oh, there we are. Oh, we're not here. Here we are. Can you hear me, Robin?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now we can hear.
Yeah. We got everything you want, brother. And I don't know the other people that you find. What's up, Ransom? Honey, we got
How's it going, Lee? You bet in the house. Thank you.
The Haunting Angels are here.
Oh, yeah. Haunting Angels going to be heading out to Ohio State. Don't you click that music. What? I want to hear that music. Jesus Christ. I just said,
There
don't
you
turn
go.
that music. I might play it all night long.
Hit
Bless
it.
our heart. Woo!
Hit it.
Yes.
Sex girl.
Let's get some folks in here tonight.
It's
It's a good Wednesday night. It's a good one because we're live and we're able to be up here and do this.
And we're in
That's
the
good.
countdown to being on another hunt.
Got all kinds of wires hanging everywhere tonight.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, excuse me. That Diet Coke. It's made a little bit of burps. Better than a little bit of flatulence. I don't know. I'd rather flatulence. I'd rather bust one off. Yeah. You hear me? Put that in
The music.
here. You can roll it down now. I think it's good.
You
What do you
think they
think?
got the point? Okay, you
I
think they
think
got
so.
the point?
Let's
Okay.
break it. Break it.
Bring it to your.
Keep your day job, buddy.
I had to have that part.
All right. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome, you all.
Episode 103, Wednesday Night Live. I am Father. Who are you, little fella?
My name's Vate.
Father. Oh, Father.
Vate.
And for those of you who really know you, what's your name?
Riley.
Riley. Those of you who know me, Greg. I am Greg. We are Down South Supernatural. We thank you guys for joining us. It's another Wednesday Night Live, and it is a good one. Let me tell you why. Because we're here.
And tomorrow we are officially booking Ohio State Reformatory.
Oh, it's been booked, my man. It's been booked for a while. We're paying our final payment, basically.
Yeah.
So we had a deposit, and a big chunk goes in tomorrow. So we'll be paying it tomorrow, and we'll be ready. We'll be all ready to go, other than getting the folks, getting the equipment, getting the plans, and hitting the road.
Yeah.
So that'll be April the 16th. I'm not sure the other people. Haunting Angels, thank you for being up here tonight. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
I
thank you.
feel like we need to get, because we got to get our sister Chastity and V's back working those hours that we don't like.
The graveyard shift.
He might not want people to know that he's working the graveyard shift.
Well, you started it.
You didn't have to finish it. You don't need to put out other people's information. So anyway, we hadn't had those guys up here lately, and they've had a lot going on. Chastity, everybody's busy. Everybody has a lot going on. We miss them up here. But I think maybe next Wednesday night will be Wednesday night before. Is that right? Ohio State University?
Reformatory.
Yeah, that place. That
You can't mess that name up. That name giving me the cold chills. I love it. Knowing I'm going to be locked in there.
Yeah, so next week, April the 9th, will be Wednesday Night Live, of course, on the 9th, on Wednesday night. So maybe we can get Chastity, we get Haunting Angels up here, we get Angel and Ruth from Durham Paranormal up here.
Yeah.
And we'll just have a final to go, final farewell.
Yeah.
Before we head out the following week, because the following week we'll be heading. We won't be able to do. Well, we might do Wednesday Night Live on the road. I feel like we'll be in West Virginia somewhere.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks on Wednesday night. Good Lord willing, we will be if we don't have any issues and nothing happens. That's the plans.
I feel like we might do the Wednesday Night Live right from a daggone investigation somewhere between here and there.
I can't think of a better place to do it.
I can't either, to be honest with you.
So yeah,
I think Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum, one of them strap chairs is calling my name that they used to strap patients in.
Sister Chaz is sending me some messages, so I just look down, not ignoring anybody.
What?
Don't you read my messages?
What did Sister
Don't you read it?
Cassidy say?
You're going to get some of this Big Kwando. You know, I don't know about you guys, but it's getting warm. It's springtime. All the insects, all the bugs, snakes. Just so you know, where we at in eastern North Carolina, of course, the Kentucky Creek, you guys look it up. It's one of the biggest creeks in North Carolina. Dumps into the Neuse River, FYI. A little bit of history.
Hey, Paul.
Full of water moccasins. Let me just tell you, they're crawling now. So all the good stuff's crawling, especially in our backyard, under our little patio area. We have an old wood structure, a little lean-to, some call it. Country folks call it a little piece of shed, a little lean-to.
Yeah.
We get under there, got a little ceiling fan.
Little she shed.
And I don't know about a she shed, but if the she's want to come over, it can be a she shed.
Yeah.
So we got a little lean-to, but anyway, what I'm getting to, the carpenter bees are out. I don't know if they are in you guys' area. I don't know how that happens, but man, they are out in force. And look, I like the honeybees, don't get me wrong, but I'm not studying the carpenter bees. I smack them with a tennis racket. I wear them out.
Yeah.
That's where my other name you guys don't know. I am for hire. I will travel to kill carpenter bees. I'll bring my mini tennis racket and I'll smoke them. I smoke them. That's where I got the name Mr. B. Kwando, because I bring it out.
Damn, son.
Kwando son.
The Kwando son.
So I need to see it. So yeah, so we ended up last Wednesday night, episode 102. It was a good live. We just winged it, and it ended up being a good live. The topic of last Wednesday night was Down South Supernatural was heading to East Carolina University Thursday night to a little conference that they had, and we were invited to it. And I'd like to first off say thank you, Dr. Erin Prophet.
Thank you very much
for that
opportunity.
In the Department of Philosophy and Religious Studies at East Carolina University. Amazing lady. I'd like to thank all the students, all the staff. I mean, there was lots of people who came.
Yeah.
Riley and I were blown away.
Pretty shocked.
We were expecting probably 6 or 10 people, and the room was full. It was over full. Some people had to leave. There wasn't just wasn't enough seating.
They had to turn people around in the hallway from coming in there.
So yeah, but it was okay. We had a great time. A lot of questions were asked. I feel like we covered the subject as good as we can.
Yeah.
In our country folk ways. I would love to have Chastity there. There were a lot of questions, Chastity. I don't know if Riley told you that were really. I'm gonna lay it out. They were a little bit over my head from scientific standpoints of paranormal. Where we're at.
That's true.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate the likes.
Awesome. But anyway, I'm just thanking East Carolina and their, Dr. Prophet and all her staff. I apologize. There was 4 or 5 other professors there. And guys, we did good enough. We got invited back in the fall for an investigation and another little conference to speak there. So I guess, Riley, I think we did okay.
I'd say we did pretty good.
I'll tell you this: me and you we had a good time.
Yeah, we did.
All the students, man, they were really. I don't know of one person who wasn't into it.
I even had my picture hanging on the wall. I don't know about you.
Well, it was right beside your fat head. So
yeah.
Well, that'd probably be my fat head.
Yeah, your bucket head.
But yeah, it was a good time. So, Dr. Prophet, if you're watching. Down South thanks you. We appreciate it, and we can't wait to get back.
We really do.
Spread the word to. There's another paranormal department. Golly, I'm terrible with names. I can't remember that professor, but she'd like to have us back in her class before the fall, and actually she wants to get on our live and do a little talking. So maybe next Wednesday night we'll get her up here.
Yeah.
I was actually going to try to get her up here tonight. She agreed to get on, and I've been so dang busy this week. It just hasn't happened, man. So my apologies.
You said next Wednesday night was the night.
Right, start with. Lives last longer than 15 minutes.
I know.
So we can still get her up here for a little while.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
no big
reckon
deal.
so.
And if not, we'll get her when we get back.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, we throwed out. We had a bunch of T-shirts left over. We give away a bunch of T-shirts. So I feel like there's some East Carolina University college students wore some down south apparel, a little merch this week.
Yeah.
What you think?
I think that would be pretty freaking awesome.
I'm pretty sure they did. Who don't wear a free T-shirt? Come on now. Come on now.
Oh man, that is true.
Yeah. So yeah, ECU turned out to be a real good deal. And at the end, I mean, we actually ended up probably having a lot more time in the actual conference room, classroom, speaking than what we had anticipated because the questions kept coming.
Yeah, they were endless for a while there.
And it was good. We appreciated that. I mean, everybody was just down. Everybody was in it. And man, it was a good time.
It really, really was.
So yeah, we enjoyed it. And after that, we ended up, like I said, it stayed a little bit longer in the class than we thought. So we were planning to do an investigation, and one of the places I don't think we ended up getting the proper, or we just didn't get enough advance to those guys to let them know, hey, we're coming to investigate. It didn't happen. But anyway, we ended up in a basement.
Yeah.
In a building which is the ROTC building.
I think you said ROTC
It's got a little something running out there.
RETC.
How about that?
Some bit.
Oh, into ugly.
I cut it off before I said
Anyway,
it before.
so we went into the old building and we filled the classroom up with students. We went through it, and I was really we were in a basement room, and I'll tell you the truth. We did not record any. I did have a video recorder, audio recorder running. I went through it. I'm gonna share it with Dr. Prophet. Dr. Prophet. We had some, I'd call it little disembodied voices, naturally like we thought, but we had a classroom full of people. And first of all, my concern was people in there not being quiet and it being real loud.
Yeah.
But man, that was far from the truth. You know, we asked everybody just be quiet, and I'm telling you, man, it was quiet as a mouse.
It really was.
So it wasn't that, and believe it or not, y'all, didn't see anything creepy, didn't see any shadows that I noticed. When we first started asking some questions, there was some kind of a Wi-Fi extender light in the ceiling in that basement. We could not use a spirit box because there was no signal in the basement. That happens all the time.
Yeah.
But we did run our portal, and we used a little app action. Not crazy about the apps, but we used it. And I'm just going to tell you, we had some chatter coming through.
And that yes no device Angel made, it was on the key.
I forgot about that. Hey Chas, thank you for getting up here.
Hey Chastity.
So yeah, Angel, I know you'll see it if you don't hop on tonight. We did use yes no device, and actually we used our not the music box, but we used our Freddy Krueger.
P&B.
Thank you, man. I need to get me some Prevagen. Ain't that stuff that helps your brain, helps you remember stuff? I need a box. But yeah, got a P&B, and probably within like 5 minutes of being there, I actually thought something was wrong with it because it wouldn't stop. You know, and I did the validation. Hey man, if you're in here with us, make it go off. And it did. I said, make it stop. And one time it stopped. And then it just kept going and come and go. And I was like, man, after a while, I didn't believe it was working. But now I believe it was working.
Yeah.
Just like I said, after we started getting the chatter coming through, we had some voices. We had a lot of things we could not understand.
Yeah, we did.
But the words were coming through
So
immediately. No, it wasn't really. Well, some of it was.
So rapidly.
It was like ask a question. We let the students ask questions. Man, it was just a good time. But anyway, before it was over, what summed up that investigation, which lasted probably, I'm going to say 20 minutes. What do you think, Riley?
Yeah.
20 minutes?
20, 30 minutes.
So after 3 different times coming through the spirit box that we were using, it basically said leave. It told us to leave, and we got the infamous leave now. And we said, hey man, you know, basically we respect you. We thank you for letting us be here tonight. We
Yeah.
had a room full of people, and not to bring any, any negativity to that, to that classroom or in that
Yeah.
basement that we were in. We were like, it's time to leave, and
Yeah.
everybody gladly got up and beat me and him out.
Yeah.
So we didn't get any video of it. We will post some pictures. It was recorded by the school, and they took some pictures. We'll get a few pictures from the photographer that was there. Anyway,
Yeah.
great time. Glad we did it. So
Yeah.
if anybody wants to hear anything about Down South Supernatural and our paranormal experiences, we are for hire. Are we for hire?
I'll be for hire.
Yeah, we cheap. We cheap. We cheap. Just give us a few pieces of pizza, and we'll probably show up.
Oh yeah, they did have some pretty good pizza.
How you know?
There.
We didn't get none.
Shit,
We
really?
didn't. That pizza got gone. We stayed up there and we talked. We talked so
Oh
much.
gosh,
Well, I
that's
talked.
right.
I talked so much, and you talked. You did your fair little share.
Yeah, I did.
But
I'm
yeah,
proud of myself.
anyway, we didn't care. We didn't go for the pizza. We went to do exactly what we did, to meet new people, spread the word about paranormal and how we like it. Yep. Thank you, Lexi.
Yeah, thank you, Lexi.
We're so glad somebody who was there the other night hops on here. We were hoping we'd get a little bigger drawing tonight. You know
Yeah,
what?
we were.
I forgot to say, if anybody's on Facebook, the Down South group, and you make a comment up there, we can't see it.
I'll check.
StreamYard doesn't let us look at it.
I'll look.
So yeah. I hope there's some people. We've been getting some messages where people are like, y'all give up on us on the Facebook group. No, we haven't. We've been pushing the YouTube a lot harder. So you got to turn that way down because like all the way. There you go, home slice.
All right, I got it now. So I'll see now if somebody comments on Facebook.
So Lexi, what was your favorite part last Thursday night when we showed up? Was there a favorite part? I know you enjoyed the investigation. Or was it the free T-shirt?
Yeah.
Maybe she'll comment.
Yeah, maybe she will.
Anyway, you want to hit your list? I got a little something we're going to do tonight.
What we're gonna do?
Well, you got a few things you want to talk about before we roll with it?
That was supposed to be after you said you got something to do tonight.
Okay.
Damn, a little bit
Okay,
of
Lexi,
delay
she said she loved the basement part. Yeah, it was cool. We appreciate it. Yeah, we did too. We're going to go back, Lexi, just so you know.
Yeah, we are.
Dr. Prophet's invited us back in the fall, and we're going to try to get there before then. Like I said, I'm terrible with names. I can't remember the lady who was sitting to Riley's immediate right, his right side. The professor who was there, she was head of the department. I think she was part of her paranormal religion department. I'm terrible. I should have wrote it down. She wants to invite us to her class also coming up, so we will be making it back there before the fall for that class. So maybe you'll be a part of it too. Doctor, yes, that's right. There was a big diversity of different folks there. A lot of it, I was a little bit worried about the religion part of it. You start speaking your religion and what you believe, and you don't want to offend anybody, but this day and time, folks are so easy to get offended.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like that at all.
Really long.
It was about the paranormal, man, and what we believe, and we're still learning a lot, man. We still try to debunk everything we do. I've shared a few videos to Down South, and I'm kind of getting hung up on this little haunted objects thing.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but every time I see a little video or a little clip, somebody posting about a haunted object, whether it be a doll or a picture or
Angel.
whatever, man, it's capturing my attention, and that's not cool. The last thing we need in here is a haunted object.
I want one. I told you.
I feel like, but I wouldn't mind having one, but I want to be responsible with it,
at some point I want to turn that back area of my house into a haunted objects collection room.
Yeah.
And I could close it off
Yeah, you can do that
and
too.
open it up as I please.
Anyway, I guess tonight is not really the time to talk about it, but our sister and brother V, and they dropped their Friday night part 2 of
The Arts
the-
Council.
yeah, they dropped that, and it was really cool. So I thought I might play a little bit of it tonight. The first part of it is, all of it's good, and it was a lot more happening. That basement over at the Arts Council, I'm just going to tell
It
you,
was hot
as far as Spirit Box,
activity
that
wise.
place was fire.
Yeah, I told you.
That place was fire. I don't know how to explain it. It was probably one of the.
Oh, Chastity said, send me the link, please.
Oh, awesome!
Awesome, sister.
So let's invite our. Let's invite. Chastity, it's when your ears were not burning last Thursday night because we spoke your name. We
Yeah.
spoke up Durham Paranormal, our buddy Angel. Angel, your name was spread out among the college students last Thursday night as well as our Appalachian Nightmare.
Yeah.
Told everybody to go check out the links.
Yeah. Shouted out Chastity's YouTube page, our Appalachian Nightmare. And
So we put in a little work for y'all guys. You know, being Riley, being all about us. So,
yeah.
oh shit.
And if there's any college students that need any equipment, they're gonna hit Big Angel up. Ain't that?
I don't know why the messenger isn't working, but
Do I need to send it to her?
there it is right there on the screen. Hop on up here.
Hop on up here.
What you got on your list while we're waiting? I know you made a little
Yeah.
list tonight. I'm kind of getting excited about April 16th. We're only a few weeks away, and man, we'll be going to a bucket list investigation.
Yeah.
Ohio State Reformatory. My
And
gosh,
possibly
man.
covering another one on the way. I mean, that's just nuts.
Yeah, I'm getting excited. For the last month, it's like, okay, whatever, or 2 months. But the closer it gets, it's just like, man, dang, we're really going.
There is 2 other things that I would like to mention tonight for
What was that?
for my sake, and Big Angel's sake.
What's that
Man.
up there? I'm just looking up there. Oh, that's the camera I see now. That's the light on the camera.
Oh, okay. I'm looking down at the list.
What's up, big deal? All right, big deal. Mars cut off. I'm gonna shout you out in front of everybody. Big deal, down south supernatural. Big deal's in the house. He wasn't able to attend last Thursday night with us at ECU. But anyway, Dylan, we put on we had a good time. Put on a little investigation, and we actually just had a good time.
Yeah.
So yeah, big deal. Don't say I didn't tell you. Tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow is the last deposit for that Ohio State. I ain't telling you to go rob no bank, big boy, but it's time.
It's time.
All right, what were you saying? I'm sorry. Bring it.
Well, we've been talking a lot about upgrading here lately, and with our merchandise section,
Yeah.
getting it out to a bigger audience, and
I don't know about a bigger audience.
or not a
Pushing it a
bigger
little
audience, but we're trying to push it more for the sake of our name growing, and we are actually along with some other upgrades to my sister's business that she has going. Down South Supernatural will also be getting its own merchandise trailer to carry around to different events.
That's the plan. So we did a few festivals last year. Of course, we did with our coffee trailer, and this year we sold our coffee trailer in the fall. I know you guys don't care about all this mumbo jumbo, but we sold our coffee trailer, in hopes of building something a little bit bigger. So we're actually going to have a bakery on wheels. You know, my daughter has the sugar coated bakery, which has turned out to be very good, and our coffee shop does well. So we're going to combine the two into one mobile unit. And we're going to get a few more festivals this year, and at the same time, like Riley's saying, we're gonna find this little enclosed trailer. We're gonna sell some merch out the back of that trailer.
Yep, taking down south with us. Read that Dylan just typed.
What's up?
Hey girl, how are you?
Hanging in there. My head's about to spin off trying to figure out how to pay you for this trip.
We'll take installments.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've got the money. We'll talk about it later, but I'm trying to find your PayPal. So we're going to figure it out after this.
I mean, they probably kick me out because I'm such
Lord.
a person.
All right. Well, we got another idea, so we'll get it worked out.
I ain't really worried about it.
I sent you some already, but we'll get it done after the program here.
And Chastity, it looks like you better be up all night sending feet pics.
Fuck yeah. Oh, God. I'm sorry. Yeah. I will be trying to go live this weekend. But yeah, we had almost enough covered from our, our Appalachian Nightmare pay. So thank you guys for that. Like I said, without y'all and watching, we could not go to these big places like this. So we appreciate everybody for watching and clicking and liking and subscribing and helping, and it helps a lot. So we going to OSR.
That ain't big deal. Big deals then popped up here, something I did not want to hear.
Yeah.
Somebody else he got denied for his time off for OSR.
Oh no.
Right. Well, we all gonna have to get out there and pick some cans. We definitely gonna have to show some peak pics tonight before we go to bed.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to pick up a big deal.
I got an idea.
Damn it. Anyway, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Chat. Here we go.
We always do. We figure it out. That's what we do. We do
Yeah.
it. We do it well.
Yeah. Good improviser.
Yep.
100.
We're MSH.
Missing in action.
MSH.
Oh, that's MIA.
Make shit happen.
Oh, I'm used to that.
So that's what. Yeah, I know. Oh, it ain't always the best that you make. So I wanted to play. I didn't ask for your.
Hey, I got one more thing I need to bring up that Angel and they were talking about.
All right, bring it.
He told me that I needed to mention tonight that in June after we go to Ohio and have a little off time of going out of state like we're doing, going to Ohio, we will be taking a trip back to Virginia, the Virginia area, to investigate the old hospital on College Hill.
Yeah, West Virginia. Yep.
West Virginia.
Yep, West Virginia.
That's another West Virginia. Man.
Yep.
So
that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that's another big deal itself.
I've never heard about that place, so that's a new one for me.
The people that own it seem really nice.
The first paranormal book y'all ever bought me was about, it had that in it.
Oh, did
the
it?
old college on the old hospital on College Hill.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, Cassie, I was hoping your ears were probably burning last Thursday night when we went to ECU. There were some questions coming up, and I was like, "Good Lord, girl, I wish she was here. She could lay it out. we couldn't."
Yeah, okay, so full transparency, I've had a bad couple of weeks, like for a while now. Last month was really hard, and I only took about 15 hours to edit this second part, and on top of that, our night vision died, so we lost about 20 minutes. It was all just pitch black. So I'm going back through some old stuff, new stuff, and trying to piece together some things for Patreon and YouTube memberships, because this video, it was a really good one, but with the fact that we're only running with 2 cameras, it was pitch dark and we only had one night vision, it's, in my opinion, the quality suffered a little bit. and it's not doing as well. So it is what it is. This kind of stuff's going to happen. But we captured some great evidence, and we got some feedback about the talking and stuff. But where we're in an old courthouse, and these courthouses were built to project voices. So it's kind of hard in certain locations. And like if I was mic'd up, for example, like let's say I used our LaviR mics, then you wouldn't have been able to hear the whistles, for example. So that's the tough part when it comes to this kind of stuff. It is what it is. But I finished out in the basement, and at the first part of the video, I think, because Greg was asking me about timestamps, I think around 6 to 8 minutes in is when me and Kimberly saw that blackness, and I saw a formed shadow. I don't know exactly what Kimberly saw, but she saw the darkness too. I don't know if it was the shadow or not at the top of the steps, and then I watched it morph into the size of a football and come back down. So that's that part. But it's around 6 to 8 minutes in when that happened, and we finished up the basement investigation, and then went across the street to the courthouse. And then the whole footage, it was like 30 minutes of the courthouse footage, and something happened. I didn't even have to hardly edit that part because something happened that whole 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And once our night vision died, I had the camera on me for a solid 10 minutes. And if I did not, we would have not caught the big whistle on camera. But we did.
The funny thing about the whistle was we caught it on camera. You guys caught it, but it happened numerous times. It wasn't just one time. If you were there, we all heard it probably 3 times. I feel like I remember 3 times. Time's passing now, but it wasn't just one time.
No, several times. There was the radiators running, and there was a slight like hee sound. I don't know. It's like a running sound, but it wasn't a flat out whistle. We heard flat out whistles. You can't mistake a whistle for a whistle.
Yeah,
undeniable.
And the banging on the ground that was coming from one of the offices, like we could feel it vibrate our feet on the floor.
Well, the funny thing is, you and I were on the same side of in the courthouse. You and I were on the same side of the room, and you and I were hearing things. I was actually, like you said, I was feeling it under my feet in the chair I was in. And a lot of times we were hearing bumps, and I was feeling the vibration, so I know it was close. But others in the room wouldn't. They didn't hear all you and I were hearing, I don't think.
Yeah.
But something we don't need to forget about, and I saw it in the video, was what we caught with the XLS camera was a flat out crazy, stinking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
We got that night. We got no figures at all, and I had that thing running the whole time in the courthouse. We got nothing the whole time until your device got knocked off that little podium, and that's exactly when we caught something running across the floor. And I know darn well it did it. You know what I mean? It just stuff like that just don't. That's not a coincidence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If there was
not,
that spirit come across, got caught on camera. We heard the boom of your device falling, and it wasn't seen the rest of the night. And it definitely wasn't seen to probably 30 minutes or longer prior to that before it happened. That's my take. Sure.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then that you just so happened to catch that frame. And I'm not saying that's paranormal for the XLS camera, but it was very fascinating how you paused it and then there was 2 of me. And I was supposed to put audio bit in there, but last Wednesday I felt so bad. I slept most of the day, and the Wednesday before my sleep schedule's all off. I'm taking naps during the day. The Wednesday before, I think I was asleep during the live. I fell asleep. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, it's been rough. It's been rough.
That red moon catching up with you.
Yeah, thank you. It's eclipse season, so eclipse season will be harsh to people. There's a lot of people that have really been run through the ringer in one area of life or another. If you talk to 1 out of 3 people, you will hear huge life shifts or problems over the last month. 100%. It's the stars.
Yeah, you slacking, Chastity.
What?
I said, you slacking, homegirl.
Nah, that video still come out.
I told Riley, I asked him, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, I was like, dude, have we pissed our sister off? We ain't talked to her in a while. What's going on?
We just dealing. We living.
He was like, no, man, I message you. I talk to her about it every day. I said, okay.
Yeah, there's times when I have to retreat for my mental health and physical health.
Yeah.
And take a break. Like I just have to. And this was that time.
I don't fault anybody. Look, we all need that time, and
Uh-huh.
about it is a lot of people don't take it, and they should. You got, if it's 5 minutes, take that 5 minutes.
Father, you know what I'm worried about?
Not a damn thing, I'm sure. But
My brother V is kind of gone like on a simpatical on me.
I don't think you're worried about that, because if you're simpatical with him,
Well, me and him
y'all are
are,
on the same level, so
Well-
you know everything's cool.
I mean, yeah,
Well, V works third now, so V's asleep. Remember, I told y'all he switched his
Yeah.
he switched his
Riley just
schedule.
told we got 1 million followers up here tonight. Riley just told all of them that V works third shift now.
Yeah,
I
he works
did
third.
not. I
It's
didn't.
not a secret.
Hey,
I was
Chastity
like, man,
just
don't
told
tell
me.
her. We got 1 million followers now, man. You just told them all V's work shift.
I
No,
implore
don't.
anyone that has enough cojones to come to my house in the middle of the night.
The funny part is you'll be awake. I would.
Absolutely. There's somebody awake in this house almost 24/7. You can guarantee that. And I have my Second Amendment rights. And I'm from Southside, so go right ahead.
Damn, you sound like you talk like you came from straight out of Compton or something.
I was the minority where I came from. So
So was I. I understand what you're saying.
So come on down.
So was I. That's why people some. I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it because it really bothered me down deep in my soul. And my wife, I was accused of being racial by a employee a few months ago. She didn't say it to my face. She said it on social media because there was one day there's a few during the snow time. She called in when other people were able to get to work. She said, I can't get in. The snow's too bad. And people living 3 miles from her made it to work. Okay. So when it was time to come to work, my wife was like, you know what? The people who came to work right after it snowed and made it, they're going to get the hours this week. This girl who wanted to stay home and used it for an excuse, guess what? We'll give her another few days off. So it quickly turned racial throughout the media. So needless to say, she doesn't work for my wife anymore. But what I was getting at, like you said, I was the minority when I grew up in the side of town I grew up on. And
yeah, what you talking about?
So you don't know a damn thing about
What you talking about? What you talking about? I'm from Bright Street.
it. You a fool. Damn right. I'm from Bright Street. So I ride this goon. The funny story, this has just been a few weeks ago. I ride this goon and show him where my early childhood, where I grew up with my grandparents. They raised me. And most of my very young age, but my best friends were black, okay? I ain't racial. Look at our dogs. I got a brown dog, a black dog, and a white dog. I got all colors.
Yeah.
I got all colors. I'm a lot of things, but we are not racial. Now, stupid people, lazy people, I'm racial to them, okay? I got problems with that. I don't know why. If you're lazy and if you're just flat out lazy and you're stupid, I got issues. But anyway, we'll move on from that.
Bipartisan opinion for stupid.
Yeah.
Well, I probably.
Partial to dumb. That's what my daddy used to say.
Yeah.
I don't like dumb people.
Yeah. Oh, geez. Anyway, I got off. So what? How do I get off course like that? I don't know. I'll never understand.
Because I went slightly ghetto over the third shift thing.
I'll cover it, Angel. Don't worry.
Yeah, we need to find a replacement for Deal. I've been kind of working on it because Deal, I hate to say it, but I expected it a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. I told Riley I expected it because it was you were kind of quiet.
Yeah.
So, we've been working on it. We'll get it figured out. Don't let it worry nobody that's going Haunting Angels, our Appalachian Nightmare, Durham Paranormal, down South Supernatural. We'll be going. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
We'll be going. Riley's gonna sell a few more than foot pictures. His toenails are 3 inches long.
God
That'd
bless.
be
You
killing.
know,
This joker right here can scale a pine tree right now with them toenails.
I'm telling you, me and V are gonna start a damn side business. We're gonna get daggone. I don't even need a wood chipper. I got
You a
a
tree climber, hush.
A tree climber with he don't even need his hands. He don't even have to put the spikes on the climber tree. This joker's got it built in.
I need
Yeah.
to formally apologize to Haunting Angels. This is their first night here in the live.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, Lord.
No.
Yeah.
It's a running inside joke about Taco. You'll hear a lot about Taco Bell, the Third Eye, and
Oh,
Pictures.
yeah.
It's all running jokes. So
Oh, it's
please
going.
apologize,
I
Haunting
didn't-
Angels.
I thank y'all for getting up here, by the way, but I didn't. We don't. It don't matter. We wouldn't change it.
It's
We
going to
are-
open us
We are
up.
who we are.
Yeah.
We are who we are.
Yeah, they're going to see me on the bottom floor of the OSR sitting cross-legged eating that damn cheesy gordita.
Oh my God.
I will die.
I hope you have some working facilities. Is all I
I'm
hope.
so sorry. I choked a little bit there.
No, I'm going to say, V, hold my cigarette. I got to go take a dump.
Yeah, Angel, you're right there. You're right. He needs to. You know what? Maybe we need to let him do some pictures with his tongue running about 5 inches down in that spit bottle, and we might can auction that off.
Yep.
On that, them OnlyFans, from what I hear, they'll buy anything. So if you just lick that and leave some of that spit, that dip in it, you
There's
can't
some-
tell what we can get for that
And
bottle.
I tell all these some kinky Bamas in this world.
Well, back to the video.
Yeah, back to the video.
Do you mind if we mash play?
Yeah, back it up to 0-0 if you want to get all the good bits in. They're going to be.
Yeah, that first part of it was awesome. And I hope you can, if you can't hear it, I'm going to stop it and figure it out real quick. But you know, it's not going to work the first time. Let's try it.
I just heard something in my right ear.
All right. Did y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Sweet Jesus. Riley, don't touch the damn thing, son. Don't touch nothing. Your work.
I just heard something in my right ear.
You do not have permission to affect my life.
Absolutely not.
Oh my God. Yep. Yeah. Am I tripping? No, you're not tripping.
Lots and lots of eggs. What's going on?
Who's that?
That's
What
pretty
is that?
awesome.
Have
Yeah,
you
I
ever
noticed
seen
that.
it do that? I'm going to whistle a tune and I want you to finish it if you can.
I gotta say,
I
I
just
got
got
them too. I swear to God,
I got chills too, actually.
Jeez,
I'm
okay.
hot too. Thanks for pausing on the hot too. I appreciate it.
Jeez, look, let me see your arm. I'm telling you, they're running all up my shoulder.
Look at my freaking arm.
What he does.
We're about to pull some Zach Baggins BS in here.
Oh my
Look
God.
at my arm.
I see you.
Get the camera.
As long as your stomach don't start hurting, we're good. So that was the time. I'm not sure. Yeah, that was the first time we caught the whistle. But like I said, it happened a few more times.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah,
that-
now that's the first time we caught it with our ears because that whole whistle and jingle is somewhere in that video. Like we catch a whole tune prior to that. I heard it actually with my ears. Nobody else did. And I don't know why, but it's common for me to be on these investigations and hear stuff through the veil.
Yes.
So I'll hear stuff
Oh,
before
no,
everybody
bro.
else and then it manifests. It's really weird.
So Lexi was at she was at the conference Thursday night, and we were speaking about our sister Chastity Luna Beams, and I told you to go check out our Appalachian Nightmare because there's lots of awesome videos. So this is one of them she dropped Friday night, part 2 of the first one. Just y'all go check it out. Our Appalachian Nightmare.
Yeah.
There's some awesome videos there, and I put them up against anybody with the big production companies, anywhere you want to go. I'll put them up there.
We appreciate that.
Yeah.
I said it. But look, I want to back up
very
before we get
good.
too much further. Well, we saw one thing. I
What?
saw the XLS somewhere in here where we caught the double.
Oh my God. Yep. Yeah. Am I tripping? No, you're not tripping.
Lots and lots of eggs.
It's going off.
Oh,
I will what I'll do is I'll find the timestamp really quick and I'll let you go to the actual full part.
So those of you who don't know, that was captured with the XLS camera, and that's Chastity, one of them walking across the floor. It just so happens I'm not a photographer, and I'm sure you'll hear 1,000 different things, but this is not the first image of her or anybody else walking on our XLS camera. You're walking in front of it on this particular evening during the investigation. But this is the only time we have ever caught something and we got a double image of somebody. It's like somebody was following her.
So 38:39 is where the whole bit starts, and it'll play for about 3 minutes, and it'll give you that'll be the full spiel.
Of this?
Yep. If you go to 38:39.
All right, let's see if I can do it without making a mess.
That works.
Do this 7 minutes a day until May
sorry.
1st. We start on
We're
Monday,
monetized
April
now,
7th.
so.
In a week,
They gone.
Can you go full screen?
oh yeah.
Hey, Greg, see if you
There
can
you
go
go.
full screen. Try to go full screen. There you go.
I think I was full screen. Oh, it is now. There we go. So so what the people don't know who are looking, we have another view of this. Is it up here too? Did you
Yeah,
leave?
just press play.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay. I pulled it from our Appalachian Nightmares Live.
All right.
Okay.
Just play is all.
Let me hit it again just because I'm like that.
It'll play over and over.
Court is presiding. The Honorable Mr. Who is taking your place? I like ghosts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That fell off.
What
And it broke the antenna.
You know what?
Yep.
It actually broke. Oh my god.
I need you to get it. I need you to get it.
Somebody else check this time. Whatever time it is.
It's on at 2:31.
So I didn't realize that when that fell off, I had a stick figure walk across the floor right there.
2:31. Yeah, something knocked us off. Holy.
Look at the camera.
Camera screen.
And he's gone. Just as soon as he come in the picture, he come out of the bottom right corner, which would be toward the podium.
Yeah.
He come in the picture, you could see him, and then he was gone. So right now in the right hand side over here, you see the skeleton. I said skeleton. The stick figure is going to come out. So it come away from the podium, seconds after you heard the big bam. But what I was saying about this figure, we've seen lots of stick figures up here. I've seen them. Dylan's up here. He'll vouch for it. He's been with us. I've seen them 9 feet tall. No kidding.
Yeah.
I've seen big black blobs. Cause let me just tell you what makes this catch so good to me is we didn't get any stick figures across the street.
Yeah.
And it just so happened. Yeah.
There's another detail too. Most of the time when you get images like this that are done through the stick figure, it'll line itself up with whatever objects are there trying to make a person. There's nothing there to line itself up to make itself into any kind of human figure.
Oh no,
that's huge.
Anybody want to see it again before I let it go?
Hey, look how it's mapping me out right there in that frame.
How about that?
That's
What
pretty
is
awesome.
that? Have
Yeah, I
you
hadn't
ever
noticed
seen
that.
it do that? That's 2 of me.
No, never seen that.
I've never seen that. That's pretty awesome.
Wait a minute. That's wicked. I've watched ghost stuff for 20 some years, and I've never framed by framed it, but I'm taking a screenshot of this right now.
Right.
I'm telling you, this place is special.
That looks wicked.
I'm just,
It's
it's okay.
yeah, that was in the balcony. Turn it off.
It don't work. You're gonna have to see if the back is probably that's what it does.
You are now there. Enjoy.
He called a figure, like a stick figure, he said at 2:31 a.m.
And my camera's right here towards that.
Okay, and ours night vision, I think, is right there, so it's right in line, so we can see if
Yeah,
it's.
so hopefully the different angles, we can see what happened.
It is known to move from the base, but it's not very likely because it's a silicone cover around it. It takes a little bit longer than this. Where it's at an angle, it's possible it could have just happened with operation.
So, are we probably back? Yeah. Did you finish that cigarette? Make sure you put the butt out in the ashtray.
Was that you?
If you're still in here, hit that red button again.
That was very, very close.
That was close to you. I heard it. Yeah, that was over here. I heard it over here. I know. This one? If you're standing behind the door here, can you make the REM pod go off in the hallway?
Go get that cigarette. Did you hear that? Marcus, for my camera, I thought I just heard. You've got our attention.
Can you let me in?
I'm gonna sit back down, this is moving.
There's always up there. What are you doing in that corner over there?
I'm just gonna take this with me, I don't trust it back up.
I'm also going to move the music box to back here.
I'll put this back up in just a second,
That's Greg knocking on the door.
That's it.
Kimberly, the other one,
Rob, have you heard that whistle?
Yeah.
It was a whistle out like
I clearly heard that whistle.
a whole two.
And it didn't even sound like it was in this room. It sounded like it was outside of here, which is
It sounded like it was in here, just me.
And it definitely don't make it. I can't whistle after my breath screaming there.
Well, it could have been worse. You could have only been able to whistle, so count your lessons.
That's true. You made it this far, right?
What? I think I just did. Listen, this is the best day of my life.
You will.
Yeah, you know what I'm doing?
There you go, never say never.
If we can talk, we'd love for you to communicate with us, please.
Is there anyone here that wants to communicate?
Can y'all hear me? Whoop. I wonder if Down South got backed out, guys, because I know it played for a while. There they are.
Oh, I didn't have us on stage, so I'm just sitting here talking away and nobody heard me.
No.
All right.
No, I was wondering what was going on, but I will say that so my body was actually the lighter one in the front. And now again, I can't say this is paranormal, but it is very interesting because whatever was captured in that specific frame, and the likelihood of, you would have to go through that stuff frame by frame, but you could use this as a reference to be able, or the live as a reference that we put on both of our channels that I pulled from to put in this video, to go frame by frame on it. You'd have to go literally frame by frame, because the where you pause this, that could have had something to do with it. But the more predominant full colored spectrum figure, ooh, I'm getting cold chills talking about it, spectrum figure, yeah, that right there. Oh darn. Yeah, there we go. Sorry.
Well,
So right there, that right there. If you look, I'm lighter in the front, and then the full spectrum figure is in the back, and that's not me. I'm in the front pointing. That's me jumping up saying, what in the hell?
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, like I said, I can't say this is fully paranormal. It's just very interesting. If you look at the neck and the head, the neck's elongated. Like, again, it could have been frame by frame, but I always have things follow me when I go places because of what I can do and what I've done.
We can vouch for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, you never know. There could have been something that, I mean, V was even talking about a mimic. Mimics are able to mimic your voice and your body.
Yeah.
So, and it looks like me, but it's not. It doesn't have hair. It doesn't have anything. And then if you look, I'm being mapped out in that translucent image. The thing behind me is not being mapped out, and it's also the same color as the bench. So there's a little bit of green, so it's not showing, you know, does this thing show heat sensors too, or cool, hot, or whatever?
Yeah, it has the capability, but I didn't have it turned on, and I should have. I should keep it turned on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if this was like heat or not. It's just,
No,
it's
not.
really weird. It's
No.
a very interesting capture, and the fact that the stick figure does have nothing to map out, and it happened right as, you know, that speaker and the SB7 fell, and
So
it was.
If anybody, the ones who are looking, who are new to us, we played this video not long after it happened, and you saw the view that from Chastity and V's camera of her at the podium, and you actually see the object falling, or the item falling off the podium, which I think was a spirit box, maybe. I'm not sure. SB7 maybe.
Yeah.
It fell off, but from my point of view, I'm on the other side of the room recording with the XLS camera. And another thing, I try to remind people, on all our videos, we're in the pitch black dark. It's night vision making this stuff look light. I mean, it is dark. You can't see in front of your face.
Yeah.
So you know, the whole night, you know, probably the whole time we were there, I'm looking for a stick figure. Okay, the ones who are new to it, I'm looking for a stick figure. That's what this camera does. It turns ghosts or spirits, apparitions, or whatever you want to call them. It turns them into ghosts. I mean, into stick figures. That's how we know they're there when we can't see it with the naked eye. So the whole night we didn't see anything until, it's so weird. I'm sitting there looking at this camera, and I've been looking at the screen in my hand for, I don't know, 30 minutes or so, see nothing. And then all of a sudden this stick figure runs across the camera screen, and I thought, did I just see that? I had to question myself. And about the time it run across, I heard that device that Chastity had on the podium, I heard it fall and hit the floor.
Yeah.
And at that time, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I think I just caught something. And you'll hear me in that video say, somebody,
Give me the time.
give me the time, remember what time it is, or block, whatever, so we can go back and find this. And sure enough, we caught it. And there it is, the view Chastity's talking about. If you look in the bottom right of the camera, you see the stick figure.
Yeah.
And that's the little fella who went over there and knocked her device off the podium, without a doubt.
Yeah, it was a fascinating capture, and I mean, by that time, energetically, I was drained. Like, because over at the art place, I was struggling. There was so many things happening. There was so much energy.
Yeah.
I mean, I tapped in the car, and I picked up on at least 3 of the. I mean, and this place is not wide known. I want people to understand. There's only been a few like real deal paranormal investigators to investigate this place. The rest of them are like novices, so they come in to learn how to do paranormal investigations.
Yeah.
That's what Kimberly and Michelle specialize in. So there's no stories online and stuff like that I'm aware of. But I was able to pick up on several spirits that got validation, especially the man that was walking back and forth in front of the windows. I had that experience the night. I had a vision the night before we even went of the man back and forth in front of the windows. And lo and behold, y'all didn't know that. I didn't know that. That's a personal experience of Kimberly.
Yeah.
When they told y'all that, I found out about it, when I come in and I told them about it. But I really do think the spirits are not locked into the location there. I think they can roam pretty much freely in that general area because, guys, if you have a slingshot, you could probably shoot out one of the windows of the courthouse, from the arts place. I mean, it's across the road. It's literally right across the road. You look out the art place window, you're looking at the Danbury Historic Courthouse. But see, guys, I found these folks because I knew Stokes County's going to deliver. I lived there. This is where I became who I am. This is what made me into the person I am today and why I help people with paranormal activity. Stokes County, there is something special about it. This is Indian, ground. I've got my theories, and I've spoke about this on multiple platforms. And I mean, there is something really special. I don't live but 10 minutes from Stokes County now, or 12 minutes max. But it's not like there's a defining line, but something has happened there. I don't know if it's the minerals and the rocks that's holding energy, but some of these entities or beings and possible human fractal spirits are bound there for sure.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
The portal, or not portal, it is almost like a vortex. I wouldn't even call it a portal because for me, I identify a vortex as a larger area of energy. Portals are more specific and guided. This is a vortex area in my personal opinion.
Yeah, it's definitely got a lot going on. I picture this the way you were just talking. So the Arts Council building is across the street directly from the courthouse.
Yeah.
And the way you speak about spirits roaming there, moving around, I picture it back, in the I don't know, heck, a long time ago, and I feel like they're still wandering around the streets there before the streets were paved. I feel like people are wandering from one side of the road, walking, where you used to walk and see people walking across the grounds, and just a lot of people moving. I picture that when I think about this place.
The one thing that we're missing is the jailhouse. I think having the trifecta of the jailhouse, the courthouse, and that building where the lawyer's office was, you're talking about a triangle of like patterned energy. So you go to the courthouse, you pay your fine, you go to the courthouse, you get sentenced to jail. The jail is literally, we actually went, one thing that I didn't do was put the ending on this video. I ran out of time. I did a whole final thoughts, and then we filmed a little bit on the way home, guys, because this is just a spooky factor. I'm not saying it's paranormal. It was so foggy.
It was crazy foggy.
It was
crazy.
Yeah.
And before we went home, it's literally a quarter mile or 1/8 of a mile down the road is where the old jailhouse is from the courthouse. You can walk to it.
Yeah.
So, and you had hangings out there. I picked up on I need to find the article because they said it did happen. That there was a robbery where somebody got tied up. I even talked about it in the video. And they robbed really close by. It was actually the sheriff of Stokes County, but it must have happened like, I don't even know when, between the 50s and the 80s, because I can't find any news articles on it. But I told somebody that I know that lives there that's older, and after the fact, what I found, and they confirmed more of the full story, and it was a sheriff's deputy that, because it's an old story, I really need to find the news article. I tried to find it to put it in this video, but I couldn't. That there was somebody there that did that, and it was a sheriff, a crooked sheriff.
Oh,
that robbed his own house. He left to go on a trip, come back, robbed his own house with a buddy or something, and somebody ended up getting shot and killed. It was really weird.
Wow.
So, I mean, it was so much energy in that place that I was so dizzy and sick in that basement. I didn't even hear it say that or come across the spirit box about my own kid. But it got personable. It got really personal with me and V, because we've lived there. We've had paranormal experiences there. I suffered a 10-year haunting in this area.
10-year, wow.
Yeah, I didn't realize my gifts. I didn't realize that I had a connection. So
what do people don't know too? So when this recording happened, we did 2 investigations in one night. We did one across the street at the Arts Council building, several different places in it, and then we came over and we investigated the courthouse last. But like you said, I'm telling you, there was some things happened before this video here over in the basement across the street that were mind blowing, as far as the presence of the spirits coming through the spirit box in a full on conversation. I mean, we've had some good ones. Don't get me wrong. We got some good ones, but that was a real good one. It was so many spirits in that basement trying to talk at one time when you came in, Chastity, and I'm not blaming on you. Were just talking about how things happen, and that was validation enough. We've seen it more than once, but on that night when you walked out of the room, it calmed down, and Riley, V, and myself, and I can't remember who else was there. Everybody. Everybody. At one time, everybody walked out and left me, V, and Riley in there, I think.
Oh, okay.
And when especially when you went out of the door, it got hot and heavy one time. You went out, and Ethan went out. Ethan got to hurting in his chest again.
Yeah.
He felt like something was pushing on him. But
almost
anyway,
everybody did.
Yeah, it was very tense in that basement. But it sounded like, coming through the portal one time, it sounded like there was hundreds of people talking at one time in that portal.
Yeah.
When you walked out, it calmed it didn't calm down, but it calmed way down. And we had a amazing conversation with one spirit.
Yeah.
And V talked to him. I mean, it was like they were buddies.
Yeah.
And he just answered every question V asked.
Yeah.
And as soon as you walk back in the room, the whole pile of it was like the veil was removed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just all those voices started coming in again.
I'm open up to, like, sitting here right now. I'm not open. I've learned how to turn it on and off, but if I open up, it's like a beacon. I've had some crazy, I mean, this is only like, this is our 9th video. This is our 9th investigation, and like our 8th location, 9th location, but 8th investigation total. And I mean, y'all can believe me or not, but like, you go, Trivet Clinic's one of our best captures. It was just me and V there. Like, we captured that shadow spirit. I mean, everywhere I have went, something has happened that's unexplainable. And that is my life. I live this. Luckily, I have my own personal belief system and spiritual protections, but like, and it doesn't happen here, but if I step foot out this door and I go into intentionally look for something, something's going to happen. Almost, I mean, when has it not?
Yeah.
I can think back everywhere we go, and we said it early on. Riley and I talked about it before we ever went to Henry River Mill, and we were like, dude, things that Riley's got a little going on with him. I mean, some things just seem to happen for him.
Yeah.
He picks up on things that naturally I do not. I have I don't know the right terminology for it, but I've noticed I get a gut feeling now, which I thought was a coincidence, when it was happening. But the more and more it happens to me, the more and more I think I got some intuition of things happening. I've always just blamed it on a coincidence.
We all have it. We all have that gut feeling. We're born with a sixth sense. Like, that's natural, you know, and that's the thing. It's like we all have access to that sixth sense, but everybody's going to be different. It's all going to come in different directions. You feel it with your clairs. So if you're feeling something, that's clairsentient. That's clear feeling in the body. If you just know things, that's claircognizant. You know it. If you see it in your mind's eye or with your eyes, that's clairvoyancy. If you hear something through the veil, or you hear something that other people don't with your ears, that's clairaudience. That's clear hearing. And clair is a form for clear in French. And that's where the term comes from. So everybody has that. We're born with this gut feeling. It's just like, you can explain it as driving down the road and you normally go a certain way home, but you get that inkling to want to go a different way, and you don't listen to that gut feeling, and then you get stuck in traffic for an extra 30 minutes. Like, everybody has that. Or even like when something bad happens, there's tons of reports of people saying, I just knew, I just felt it. That is an average like hunch. Now, there's probably 40% of people in the world don't follow that because they don't have the belief, because belief does make this stronger because you're more open to it. I have noticed when you go with skeptics places, things do not happen as much. I don't know, but our brains and our bodies and everything, there's a different, you're getting on a quantum level of understanding here that I personally believe science hasn't caught up to yet.
What you said about when you're, so that, you know, that makes a lot of sense to me, because we've taken some guests with us who are very skeptics. I mean, big time skeptics, like I was. Yeah, I was probably the biggest skeptic until I got involved and started helping Riley a little bit. It kind of fascinated, something I didn't have no desire to do at all. Now I find kind of fascinating.
Yeah.
And I'm always trying to figure out why that happened or debunk. But every time we invite guests and we know they're skeptic, we always take them to a place that Riley and I have experienced things.
Yeah.
Nothing ever happens. And it makes us feel like, dang, man, are you kidding me? We were just here a week or two ago and, you know, it was crazy. But you're right about that. Maybe it is. So what's up with that? Like you said, the skeptics, I don't get that.
It's a belief system. It has something to do with our energy too. I mean, we interact with our environment 100%. We interact with our environment, and I mean, I don't quite know, like, if you're standoffish, it's just the same sense as when you walk in the room and there's a bunch of living people in a room, and you can tell somebody's standoffish. You can tell somebody, you know, it all works in feelings, in my opinion, through my research. It's your feelings that activate things. We're the ones that have access to this. There are places where there's been tragedy, you know, from my research and all the stuff that I've done, trauma, happy and sad feelings bring energy. And that's just part of it. I mean, even a skeptic can go into a place and get paranormal activity, but I have personally noticed if they're not open to the experience, they're not going to have the same outcome. They're shut off. There's an inherent sense inside of all of us that allows us to experience this. I believe in the supernatural. I believe, you know, because I had somewhat a very small religious background, but I went into all this not being raised in church, really. I went to church on my own. Like, all my experiences are my own that I had. And it took me it's a belief. So if your belief systems or your experiences denote your feelings, you're more open to the experience.
Yeah.
So, like, I would really like to test that. I would love to bring a skeptic to this place just to see if the energy would be the same, because you look at Kimberly and Michelle's lives on Facebook, they're getting the same type of stuff. They're getting great evidence. They're getting knocks and bangs and Estes stuff. You know, they're getting physical evidence. And this is poltergeisty type energy.
Yeah.
Poltergeist activity type. If I had to label it as anything, and now poltergeist means movement.
Yeah, a lot of people get that confused. I was the big one. I used to, when Riley talked about poltergeist,
Yeah.
I'd naturally think dark demons.
I had to get him straight, Chastity.
It took a while.
Poltergeist is nothing more than I believe, a German word or another kind of word that means noisy. It means noisy spirit.
Yes. And that's why I labeled the video as is. Because, I mean, unless I run into something that I think's demonic, I'm generally not going to put the word demon in the title.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's tough. I mean, and people there's different levels of openness. Like it depends on the individual. You know, some people don't understand why they get feelings of other people. The gateway I found is empathy, being empathic to other people's emotions and feelings. It is literally a feeling, and you have to do the type of work that I do. I have to be in a good mind frame to do this type of work, because you can get a person like me can get really hurt, like physically. It drains me. Like I come home, this one drained me. This one did, because and there are sensitives like Brittany's a sensitive. Riley has sensitive. Everybody has it to a degree, and I mean, it's a lot of factors. It's not just black and white. It's like a scale. It's a ranging scale. But I've noticed skeptics have a harder time. Even if they hear something, they're going to say, "Well, it's the pipes."
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, and that's true. I mean, unless you're digging around, it's factual. I mean, we need skeptical people in this world, or we'd all be cuckoo, right? So,
Yeah.
but at the same time, and I'm saying that lightly, I'm not saying that figuratively.
Yeah, we'd all be cuckoo.
But yeah, I mean, what we experienced in those two locations, to have all the equipment go off, and then for me to pinpoint where the energy was in that building, and me to be able to not know anything about that place, because again, you can't just go research all this. It's not. This place was good for me.
We knew nothing about it at all. Riley and I, we were literally in the dark. We knew nothing about it. Other than we knew from UNV, Stokes is home. Stokes, the whole county's got a lot going on.
Yeah, there's a lot. And there's reasons. I think there's generational reasons. And I mean, again, it's native land. They were thrown off their land. I mean, and natives have been known to do kind of like curses and leave things behind.
Mm-hmm.
But it just, it was a great investigation.
So I feel like we need to play some more of this video. Is there another hot spot we need to hit, or I need to go back to where I was at? I mean, this is awesome. This is an awesome catch, just at the picture alone where we stopped the video.
You want to do the whistle?
Yeah.
All right, give me 1 second. It's on a darn app.
So there was so much caught on that one clip in that video of Chastity and whatever it is that's in front of behind her, looking over her shoulder, and then you got the spirit, the little fella who knocked the device off the podium.
Yeah,
I mean that's just wild.
He's breaking SB7,
and it was meant. I mean, it was meant to happen.
Yeah,
because if it wasn't, we wouldn't have caught it.
You
know what I'm saying? It was meant for us to find that. Man, that was an awesome find. That's it. That's definitely the top 10 for us.
Yeah.
That's the church.
4750.
Hey. Okay.
Oh no, you ain't got to go to the bathroom. 47.
Yeah, that's fine.
Here we go.
In just the last 7 days, 8,368 men have clicked the link on one of our ads that you've probably seen on the internet, put in their personal information in order to register to watch a 60.
Do these radiators still work?
They do, yes.
Okay. Are they on right now?
Absolutely.
I did too.
I thought it was you.
Riley, is that what you trying to whistle?
It was that. It was up there.
Okay, yes.
Who's whistling? Whistle me a tune.
I'm going to whistle a tune and I want you to finish it if you can. No, it wasn't.
Are you kidding me?
No, and it comes from over there.
Holy God.
Y'all heard that?
Yes.
Thank you so much. No, it sounds like over there to me.
Me, it sounded like you.
It sounded like it came from back there.
It sounded like it was behind Greg.
That's crazy.
All right, can we do that again just to validate? We're gonna try that one more time because that was really cool. Thank you. We're so excited. I'm gonna do it one more time. He said, okay.
That sounded like an elk.
It took too long.
Like an elk groan.
There it went again. I just heard another whistle.
I've seen a real-time spirit orb.
Yeah, please stop talking to me.
It went across the whole.
There wasn't no light?
No, it wasn't your light. I hope my camera caught that.
I really think they're going to whistle again. Like this.
Is that somebody whistling?
No, I swear to God, my face, I have it on camera.
That's what it did. It went.
I heard it. Thank you. That's so cool.
I don't know.
Wow.
What time are you in and how do we get you out of there? I'm starting to think we can chalk that up to that machine across the street.
What are you talking about?
Just give me
Yeah,
a
the
second.
tripwire light just went off.
Yeah, it certainly did.
He's over by the box. No.
Watch your feet, dear.
He's right this good.
Oh, was my foot on it?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
The only thing that will set it off by a person is international clocks. It's got the power thing on it.
That's my.
All right, so V doesn't believe you. I believe you.
That whistle was in this room.
I believe you. Let's do it one more time.
Thank you.
Okay.
So we heard whistles.
It made sure to verify that time because
Okay.
it made sure I heard it from exactly the center point of the room.
So we're all hearing it from different
What is
places.
that over there? What's in that door? Why is it behind Kimberly and Michelle in the corner? Okay.
It's on the power.
Okay, because my eyes are really bad and I can't see and it freaked me out. Thank you.
Thank you for the whistle.
Thank you so much.
So we did ask the spirits before you guys came in, when we came in earlier today, we said a few things, and we asked them to please come forward and communicate with you guys, so
Thank y'all.
hopefully, it's obviously.
I mean, good Lord Almighty. I mean,
Yeah.
and it was, look, the replay is good. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just going to say, being there to hear it was bone chilling when it happened. For us.
Yeah. 100%. And there is that radiator sound.
Yeah, you could hear it. You could hear it in that video right there. But
Yes.
that
But
wasn't.
there was a distinctive difference.
Oh yeah.
And I tried to highlight that in the video, and I've been very transparent about that because I don't want people to think, oh, that's the radiator. Radiators don't quite whistle like that. I mean, the whistle was coming from up, I think, partially up in the balcony.
It finished the tune.
Yes, it finished the tune. Radiators can't do that, and there's just, it's a lot. I mean, I implore anybody that can get into that location to go experience it for themselves. It's obviously not a guarantee, but as active as that place is, and if you're open to it, you're going to experience something. I saw a shadow figure on them steps that was 4 foot tall. Kimberly saw it. It did not translate to the camera. So to me, it probably was more of a psychic or intuitive impression, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I mean, what I saw there, very real. Very real. And I mean, not to speak of in the arts place up in the loft, there was a picture frame that kept literally bouncing off the wall. I mean, it just all, and it was only like it would come from a couple areas up there, and they had the HVAC turned off. They mentioned that. If y'all remember, they had HVAC. All the air was turned off in the building when we were there because they're Kimberly is younger, the daughter, but Michelle has been doing this for 20 years. So Kimberly's been a part of that, and they know, you don't want the HVAC on when stuff's going.
Sure.
So I mean, yeah, super wild location. We got REM pod hits in the bathroom on the counter.
Yeah, that was really neat too. I forget about that.
The cigarette thing went off in the hallway too, sitting on a table out there as well. And it was out in another room. That courtroom was pretty big, and as you can tell, the audio is not that great. The video's, I mean, I'm not proud. I'm not proud of this video in terms of audio and video, but I'm proud of what we captured, and I was going to release it no matter what because I think it was very important. I've put out a lot better content.
It was still good, but looking back, it was we were loud, and that place had some big echoes. So a little bump was really loud.
Yeah.
But it was still great. There's nothing wrong. Look, it's kind of like our little graveyard video we did the other day. It was raw, and that's how it is. And it's sometimes I think that's the people need to see that. It's so much more believable.
Yeah.
Of course, there's nothing not to believe about that. I mean, that stuff right there happened. I mean, we were there.
I've got a client session here soon. I've got to call.
Okay, Chastity.
Crap.
You need to go make that money.
Yeah. Hey, Chastity, remember to send out a few of those foot pics tonight.
So look, that was good. I'm glad we were able to play that. We planned to play that tonight.
Yeah.
And that's just a second. You guys saw the first part. You've seen that capture from the XLS camera a few times, and what she had recorded and had in the video was actually from the screenplay right off this. She screen recorded it, so it turned out good on her video by doing that.
Yeah.
So yeah. But anyway, I think that's a good live. We appreciate it tonight, guys. We're going to end it. We're going to wrap it on up because it's supper time for me and Vidak.
Yeah. What the heck? I snapped my fingers and it made a bubble.
Hold on. Chastity might want to come back. Let's see. Still here?
Yeah. Sorry. I don't know what well, I do know what happened. My alarm went off because I've got a client call at some point soon tonight.
Okay.
With California. So we're good right now. Though she's 3 hours behind me and she works. So it's just a reminder to me to make sure I get in touch with my client tonight because I got a session.
There's a comment made that I want to go back and look at.
Angel said give him a call after the live.
Okay, Angel, I've got to run to the store directly after, and then I'll be able to call you before my client call.
Looking back through the comments, I'm not sure. Sorry, I don't know who Doom 1398 is. But
that's my friend.
Okay, you caught my attention when you said she was praying and her vision turned white, and a beach ball of light was there when I opened my eyes. So I guess I guess you were actually praying. That makes you wonder what that big ball of light came from.
That's my experience with when I went into church camp. I had my first real ever vision, like the first ever what I call an astral projection out of my body. I think that's where I got my gifts from, because I've always been I've always been sensitive to energy and being able to read the room and stuff, like a lot of people can. But my gifts never, and my hauntings never kicked in until after that. And that's what I saw was a big ball of glowing light that was clearer than I could look across the room and see now. It was clearer than my normal vision. There's a lot more to that, but I mean, it's a start of my supernatural journey.
I couldn't tell you where mine started. I have no clue. I really don't. People ask me, what do I remember about getting started? I can't remember. I don't know. I know it was probably in the basement of Granger, I think. It's probably one of the first places I went.
Yeah.
Which was pretty active.
It was.
Night, Edna.
Good night, Edna. Yeah, we appreciate you guys getting on.
Now Angel wants me to call him too. What the heck?
It's probably about the investigation coming up.
We'll get it figured out about Dylan. And I'll throw this out for anybody. If there's anybody who wants to take Dylan's place, we can get it worked out and you're into the paranormal, we'll make it happen.
We got a few spots actually. We could take on a few more. We could take on another team. And generally, guys, if anybody is interested, what we normally do is in larger places like this, we all kind of take our turns in different spots where we can do get our own footage and our investigations, and then we get up for a group investigation, a couple of those too during the time. So that's kind of how it went. I mean, that's what we've normally done. So I assume that's what we'll do this time.
Yeah.
And we usually come at the end as a group in a place that we all agree is a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
And we'll try to finish up with an amazing Esty session. And so far it has worked in our favor every time we've done it.
Yeah, it has.
It started at Taco Bell. Y'all making me hungry. I'm not
Hey, Chastity, don't even get me started. I kill some Taco Bell right now.
Yeah. I'm going to Taco Bell.
Here we go.
Like, Chastity, can you even imagine some of them daggum cinnamon bites now?
I can, thanks. I really can.
Cheesy gordita.
And a cheesy, oh my gosh, Daddy, a cheesy gordita.
You know what that beefy bean
burrito.
Yeah, that is the third eye-opening device. That's
$3 nachos. I'm just saying, you get $3. You can't beat that with a damn stick.
Nah, that's you bring the beefy bean burrito into play. You better get ready to replace some damn drain lines in a septic tank.
You don't need to be over 10 minutes away from home after you eat that. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Oh, we forgot to say Brittany had her baby.
Yep, Brittany had her baby. I got to hold the baby. I got to see the baby.
Oh,
she had it in my, Brittany lives quite far away from me, but she had it near me, so it was easy. And my car finally got fixed. It was a few days after my car got fixed. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome, Brittany. We're happy for you.
We're happy.
Little boy
for
or
y'all.
little girl?
It's a little girl, and she's healthy, and she was born on 3/26.
Sweet.
That is awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah. She's a big, healthy baby. She was a little bit bigger than my son was when he was born. So they got a big, sweet, healthy baby. She's precious.
Nice.
That's
I know
sweet.
they're ecstatic.
Yeah, I know.
So that was the other lady. If anybody's the video we're playing, that was Brittany in that video. And she's she of course she was pregnant then, but she's I know she's glad she ain't pregnant now.
Yeah.
The summer coming.
Oh yeah, that makes a big difference. I was pregnant with 2 of my pregnancies through the whole summer, and I'm gonna tell you something right now.
Yeah, so was my wife. Running into the summer. Golly.
With me?
Yeah, with your
Damn.
head.
I was causing problems before I was even born.
Yeah.
You been a pain in the rear, and you been a pain in the rear ever since.
Yeah.
That's what I told my son to be funny one time. He used to stretch out in my stomach. He was 21 inches long. He would take his arms and his legs, though, and stretch straight out sideways in my stomach. And that was more than 21 inches. So I'm going to tell you something right now. That stuff hurt.
I know it did. Stretch your insides out for sure.
Yeah, and boys are stronger generally, babies, than girls. Like he come out of me holding his head up, turning it, looking around at the world. That boy's been... my son, he was crawling at 4 months and he was running at 8 months. I never had a baby with him, but for about 3 or 4 months. He was running at 8 months. I mean, and I don't care if anybody believes me or not, but he was.
He hadn't stopped since.
No, he hasn't. Well, he plays video games now, so he sits quite an awful lot. I got him a loft bed with a gamer set up. So when he's there, he ain't moving nothing but them fingers and them eyeballs. So...
Edna said when they kick down.
Yeah.
So I want to put this out there now. So yeah, we still are. We can take another team if anybody wants to make it Ohio OSR with us.
Yeah.
On the 17th, next April the 17th, just a few weeks away. We'll gladly have you. We'll work it out, and it'll be a heck of a deal because if we pick up a few more, it'll be cheaper for everybody, of course.
Yeah.
And as well as you. Because we'll end up having a decent sized group then.
Yeah.
So we put the word out if anybody would like to go, and you can work it out with your schedule. I know it's kind of last minute, but hey, the good part about it is it's Easter week. So we'll be investigating on Thursday the 17th.
Yep.
Well, people got Friday the 18th off because it's Good Friday.
Yeah.
So you could actually investigate Thursday and make it back home on Friday, and a lot of people don't have to work on that day. So
And it's a bucket list place because of the cost. The cost is pretty up there. I mean, we got it on a Thursday for a reason.
yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, because weekends you just unless you're going up there during.
We lost you. Are you still here? We lost Chas.
Yeah, where'd she go? She gone. You're gonna have to put her out and then bring her back in, I guess. What in the heck?
I don't know. Let's see. She might be talking and not know it.
Yeah. I bet
Angel said she went
to taco.
Yeah. Sorry, it's the stupid alarm. I thought I cut it off, but I didn't.
Angela done said you got the Taco Bell.
Y'all keep talking about it. I might.
Hey.
You gotta go to the store. You might as well go get you a chalupa.
Yeah.
I know. I gotta do it for 5 people though.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I forgot what else. Oh yeah, so going to OSR, it's very you about want to have to. It's like they've encouraged people that host events to want to do it on the weekends. So if you got an event type budget, go on the weekend. If not, you have to go during the week. And that's my encouragement to anybody that is considering going. It's a good opportunity. We generally work fairly well together in terms of switching out locations. Like I really think this time, since we have a couple more teams, we'll get together with a plan and kind of figure out where we all want to go first and kind of see what happens. But normally it goes pretty smoothly.
And Angel's been there before, so he kind of knows the ropes there.
Yeah.
I don't know any. I mean, I watched something like 4 years ago, but I don't remember anything because again, I'm fully transparent, and generally I've seen a lot of paranormal stuff, but I don't remember squat diddly. Except the only thing I know is the Shawshank Redemption was filmed there, and I know I've heard Angel's experience seeing a shadow, and I don't know where that was. In the building. So V's job is to translate the top 5 locations because personally for my channel, I like to film in 5 locations if there's enough. If not, we'll do 4 or something like that. And we'll figure it out.
That's right. So, and what I'd like to do too before we hop off here, next Wednesday, maybe we can get Haunting Angels up here and you for a little while. Because that'll be the last Wednesday before we go.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh God, it's coming up quick.
But it's 2 weeks away. Well, almost 3.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's next week, yeah. Because the Wednesday night live of the OSR week will be on the road somewhere.
And we're going to be stopping somewhere to go live from an investigation.
That's the plan anyway.
Yeah.
Edna, we're going to Ohio State Reformatory. We're going to be investigating there on the 17th.
Mansfield, Ohio.
Yeah. Somebody said what kind of fried chicken y'all like? Any
fried.
Kind.
That's what I said.
Any fried chicken. Yeah. Dark meat, white meat, it don't matter. I like
it. Nuggets, bone in, bone out. I'm from the South.
Oh yeah, Chastity. You and me got some daggone butt work to do. I'm thinking about everybody's thinking about all these big name places around the USA. I'm thinking about the big places out there in the Louisiana region.
Yeah, that's a 11-hour drive for me. So feet picks it is.
Hey,
we really got to get on. Somebody's YouTube channel's got to skyrocket, so we can.
It's gonna be a while. We're looking at for the rest of the year for us. logically after this trip, and I'm pretty open about this too. We're going to be lucky to do one video like every month. So I was going to try to do one every 3 weeks. So it's probably going to be one every 4 weeks. By the time I get back from Ohio State, I've got to have a video ready within 1 week. And then I have to find another location to do. And Ohio State tapped our funds for Apple. And I'm not complaining by any means. This is being honest and real with people. So we've got to find a local place shortly after. I'm going to do something for my birthday. I think me and V are going to go off and find something to do for my birthday. Because, I mean, why not go hunt boogers? So,
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I want to do something, and I don't know.
That.
Be a romantic ghost hunt trip for my birthday.
Yeah.
I mean, what else could it be? 'Cause I know somebody who likes ghosts.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of where I don't know. I mean, I know about West Virginia and a couple other places that I've looked into, but they're going to be for us a little more local, probably a little more intimate, and then we'll probably have to look out into like the quarterly, like we spoke of.
Yeah.
So to be like after summer, well, April, May, June, July, like August or September before I can go out of state again like that.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be for us because it's. I mean, we just can't snap and go neither. We need a few months to prepare for something. That's for
something
sure.
like OSR. Yeah, definitely. It's really big.
That's just how it is.
Yeah, it's a big place.
We're looking forward. We're manifesting that we all want. Both of us to grow. Something's going to happen, and we'll be able to support us all. And we'll be able to rock and roll.
Yeah, something will give eventually.
You got to manifest it, right?
Yep.
I mean, like Ransom got me straight last week. He said, do you think it can happen, or do you really want it to happen? Basically, you got to want it.
Yeah.
He was dead on. He hit me in the face the way he put it. I was like, man, he's really right. Man.
Yeah, like hitting the nail on the head.
Yeah, he did it. So yeah, it was good. I like Ransom Lee up here.
I do.
He keeps us on the straight and narrow. I like that.
Yeah, she's saying an RV would be nice. Well, the cool thing about the car that I bought, it's paid for now, and everything's good. And it broke down as soon as I was paying for it, but it ended up being something small, so it wasn't super bad. But it still took time, and it takes the money to pay for the breakdown and the car. But the point is, it's an SUV, and they make mattresses that go in the back of SUV, and normally it's just me and V. So pretty much, I have a camper now. It's my SUV fold down, and an air mattress in the back, and all of our stuff in the front. So I mean, that's going to be my RV right now. And I'm okay with that.
We're gonna get us borrow a little camper shell to put on the back of my truck, and me and Riley will put us a little foam mattress in there if we need to get some shut eye.
That's the best thing you could do, honestly.
Yeah.
That's our plan too.
We might be doing that we're looking into hotels and like looking at options at OSR. And OSR did not go through because they added on an extra $100 cleaning fee, and we just can't, like me and V just can't do that right now with everything, him out of work for 3 weeks because of our car and stuff. So but with both of our cars were broke down at the same time, but that's why all that happened. So we're gonna get it done. We got it up and running. We got our car straight. So we're gonna make it.
Yeah.
If one breaks down, we got another one.
There you go.
So that's the first time in our relationship, 10 years. So we're happy. It's coming out of that eclipse season. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Had it rough. It's eclipse season.
Dang eclipse.
It'll do it to you.
Wrong thing.
I've heard people losing their jobs, like losing relationship. Like it's been crazy.
I'll tell you this. I talked about it in the coffee shop when I was there. I don't know, a few weeks. Well, it was the day after it, and I thought, man. There was so much. We had 2 or 3 negative customers come in, and my wife looked at me. She said, "What is going on today? Is it a full moon?" I said, "No." But Chastity told me people are going to be negative. They're going to have bad attitudes. And I'd be damned if it didn't happen. And look, we never really have any, like bad customers. I call it. Every now and then somebody we don't do something perfect enough. We don't try, or they. But we had one. We had a nasty one. We had a few nasty people coming in. they were just pissy. You know
Just
what I mean?
negative Nancy.
Yeah, and that person's usually not. So yeah, there is something to it.
Yeah, definitely. And we're out of the portal, what they call the portal. I'm quotationing my fingers right now. We're out of that energy, but it lasts for 6 months. So the changes, you're being forced into change. You're being forced into direction, and things are being uncovered, and you're seeing things from a new light. And over the next 6 months, you're going to continue to see this.
Right.
But yeah,
Good.
guys, I think I'm going to hop off here. I'm going to go ahead and give Angel a quick call, and then I got to head to the store, and then I got to call my client. So.
Okay, thank you for getting on. We
Thank
appreciate
you,
it.
Chastity.
Yeah, I was actually awake tonight. I didn't take a loser nap during the middle of the day.
I plan to get up here a little bit and see if we can get Haunting Angels up here. Riley and I don't even, we've never met them. So
Yeah, and Chastity, I need you to tell V, the one that I completely understand and in full understanding of him and simpatico with him, that I really need to talk to him.
All right.
I miss my brother.
Yeah, he's asleep right now, but I'll let him know later.
no, I'm just kidding.
Wake his ass up.
Y'all deal with those consequences. I'm gonna have him call you straight away. What the?
What the fuck?
Come on.
Hey, Chastity done dropped it. I might as well let it
It's been a
roll.
long time since I've been live. I forgot.
I mean, if you two go report the video, that crap's already done now.
We've been off a long time ago.
Yeah, I know.
You can say it. It's just when it comes to your ad revenue. So y'all, it's okay right now. It's for y'all. Y'all can drop every. Well, if you start getting racial slurs, they'll take you down. But if you drop the F-bomb a couple times, you're good.
Oh, shit. Here we go. Riley in the butt. Here we go.
But yeah, guys, y'all have a good night. It's good seeing y'all, and thanks for watching, everybody. And I will see y'all hopefully this weekend. I plan on trying to do 2 lives, one on Luminary and one on our Appalachian Nightmare, because I got some theories about. I got some theories I want to spin around about the art place in the courthouse, and then I need to go live and do some readings on Luminary Luna Beams. So I hopefully see y'all this weekend.
Sounds awesome, Chastity.
All right, much love. See y'all soon.
Bye, sister.
All right, y'all. That concludes our Wednesday night live. We thank you all for hopping on. Hope you like it. Follow us out, I guess. Like us, share us, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about it.
And if you're not subscribed, you might make sure you go punch that subscribe button on the YouTube channel.
That's right.
So you'll get notifications as to when we post.
We'll be posting a little something here shortly. And
Yeah.
Anyway, thank y'all. It's been another Wednesday night live. We appreciate you. And with that, we're going to end it up like we always do. And right,
Yeah.
y'all. He's messaging. So we're to the girl.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. So what? Until our next this coming Wednesday night live, any updates that we have will be uploaded to our down south Facebook page if we feel we must share anything. So until then, next Wednesday, y'all, you can all catch us at that down south out.
Good night.